today. From Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Deshaun Watson and the Green Bay Packers taking on Andy Dalton and the Detroit Lions.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Now Dalton. He completes it to Julio Jones.
Dalton.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Airing this one out for Evans. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Dalton once more. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. 3rd down. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So the Packers offense backed up here to begin their first drive. Leading the back in his 4th season now from Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
And no excitement unless in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Well, look at the numbers for Coleman in last week's game. 16 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got Rodgers. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
First and 10 at the 40.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. From the gun, here's Watson. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
That's another Green Bay Packer. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Into the hands of a Nunwa, the jet sweep. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Watson. Coleman has it here right side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to kick points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT.
Lions, nothing.
no touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The numbers for Julio in last week's effort, well up over 100 yards, and one of those catches found his way into the end zone.
I do think he'll be hard-pressed to duplicate those numbers this week, though, because he's gotten their attention, so they will double him on every snap at a minimum. In some cases, they'll triple him.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
The ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
3-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Coleman on the draw. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Ball carrier.
They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
Watson now to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up
line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. This pass into the arms of Snead. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Again, it's Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Watson's pass intended for Chester Rogers.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they hand off to Coleman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. Now he's flushed out left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Preston Smith on the tackle. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers. Everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run it with Coleman. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. We kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and an 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Packers 3, Lions nothing.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And Tevin Coleman polished it off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10. at their own 29-yard.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
It's a gain.
Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Singletary. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton.
At their 48-yard.
His throw incomplete.
Dalton's pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
3rd down and 7 yards to go.
Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first.
5-yard pickup.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't it?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Second and 7. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Caught right side, it's Snead. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
At the 36-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. A shotgun snap for Watson. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
First down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Watson. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, first and goal. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Here's Coleman, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Tevin Coleman polished it off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now it's Barner. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 29.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
From the 30 on second down, Dalton. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
Throwing, Dalton. Caught on the right side by Jones.
Dalton's pass.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
To Foster Moreau.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
Now a first down throw. Watson. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Coleman now. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Touchdown, Packers! Quincy Enunwa. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers add on to their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now it's Barner. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
But maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. This is Coleman. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On third down, here's Coleman. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards. Looking to throw again on second down. Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Gronkowski the intended target. And now it's third down. On third down, Dalton. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So here are the Packers now to take over, trying to erase the memory of last week when they dropped one to the Minnesota Vikings. They're in the driver's seat right now with the lead. It's a run by Coleman to start the third quarter. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And some space here. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 68 yards on the ground. Not sure exactly what he saw that made him decide to hand it off, but a great decision and a fantastic run.
From our vantage point, what he saw was a defense that got out of its lanes, got out of its gaps, and they were pretty much running to the quarterback, viewing him as the bigger threat. And look at that wide open space, and he rumbled for big-time yardage.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline.
And he's got it. It's caught from Packers touchdown. Foster Moreau there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have either its size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the result, a Green Bay score. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now it's Barner. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd down from the gun. Dalton. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
And the Lions.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Guys up. 15. 36. Squeeze, double. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. linebacker pressure, and down he goes. Alex Okafor, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back, and they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche it's coming right on top of them. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down and 4. Watson, catch made. It's Moreau. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Watson on first down, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
Peppers on the coverage.
Throwing again is Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Watson. And he'll find Moreau here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
52. Watch 52.
Watson. Over the middle, it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the draw play, Coleman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Willis on the tackle.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Going underneath, it's Coleman. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Watson. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now it's Barner. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On the return, the Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And 10.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The tackle made.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
Singletary.
The last run got a cut.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
The final pick in this year's 1st round. This is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
37-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 27. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Gain on the play. And the Lions
on 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Detroit.
Well, look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Dalton here from the gun. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
He was covered by C.J.
Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup and let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Intended for Tevin Coleman. Incomplete.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Dalton. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Dalton quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
To Rob Gronkowski.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They'd go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Another chance for Dalton. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Lions on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
Alex Okafor.
This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Make it an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. From the gun, Dalton. This will be caught just inside the 10.
Dalton's pass.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Dalton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Lions 3.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard.
Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you, someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So I'm through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, Coleman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run with Coleman on first down. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
52's the mark, boys. 52.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down and 4.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. Hopkins' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
41, Lions 3.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And we will start at the 25 as Barner will not return it. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Dalton looking middle, and it's incomplete. Preston Williams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
10 yards to go.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? I ain't go. Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line.
Coleman, the ball carrier.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire